was red.
Red or burgundy?
Red.
That's red.
No, it's not gonna be bright. It's gonna be like. It's gonna
Like
be
burgundy. Hello and welcome to this episode of Rick's Garage. Although today I am not in my own garage, I'm in the garage of my best mate. I'll explain why in a moment. So hello and welcome to this episode of Rick's Garage. So as I say, I am not in my own garage today because I'm in your garage.
Yes.
So this is my best mate Chris. A few of you may recall seeing him on a few previous episodes on his bike. So yes, this is his garage. So anyway, Chris, welcome back to the channel.
Yep. Happy to
Thanks
be
for coming on.
Yeah.
So Chris is going to help me do some of your questions and answers coming up later in the episode. But yeah, today this episode is very relaxed. We're having a few drinks. This is something we do fairly regularly. Come into your garage and we have a few drinks. We have a pizza. We have a laugh. We have a banter.
Little giggle.
Yeah, more than a giggle.
Reminisce.
Yeah. We reminisce a lot. So yeah, it's just a very down-to-earth, chilled-out chat about all things automotive. So if you're up for it, grab yourself a nice beer and let's get into it. So Chris, first of all, before we begin, Guinness. We always drink Guinness, but I come round today and you've added what into it?
We've added port into it, yeah.
Port. Port in Guinness. Anybody ever heard of that? I've not. And what do you call it?
I don't know what they call it now. I can't remember. I've had too many of them to remember.
Right, okay. So we're currently drinking...
we put two good measures of port in, don't we?
Yeah.
And then we...
into Guinness.
And
what did you say it's called? What did your missus call it?
Not wife, don't get that far.
Engaged.
I think... I can't
We're not drunk yet, by the way. We've only had one drink.
I honestly can't remember.
Right. But to be fair, it is nice. It does taste. It does take that slight...
Because the trouble is with Guinness out of a can,
yeah,
you have a bit of bitterness to it. It's not as good as out, is it? From the pump, from a pub. So
it's nice. It just takes that bitter edge
it does
off
just takes the bitter edge off it, and it gets.
We're not, as I say, we're not drunk, by the way. This is actually our first drink. But I bet there's a lot of avid Guinness drinkers out there thinking, "What a pair of girls."
To be fair though, if we go to a pub,
yeah,
we don't mix it. If it's a good pint from the pub,
yeah,
you just drink it, don't you?
Yeah.
So but the trouble is, it's crap out of a can, so you got to try and fluff it up a bit.
Okay, so yeah, there you go, Guinness and port. Right, okay, so let's get into it. Cars. We're going to be talking about cars. I've got a lot of new subscribers for bikes now because I've got my VTR Firestorm, as you know. But yeah, first of all, cars. Now, you have recently bought yourself a little run around to work. What have you just bought?
Yeah, I've got a Lexus IS250.
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 Yeah, and it is a nice car, to be fair.
And the only reason I got one is because I want a V6 for... I thought it's one of the last chances you can get something like a V6, isn't it?
Yeah.
Right, before all this battery car malarkey comes in and all this. And I'm too tight to run a V8. And I didn't want to... So I went with the V6. And then, even then, it's not the quickest V6 you can get.
Yeah, but that's not what they're about, though,
But that's not what it's about. It's about wafting.
Refinement.
It's about wafting.
And this isn't your first Lexus because you actually had the older IS200, didn't you?
Yes, I had the IS...
Not as your main car, as your second work car, didn't you? And you loved it, to be fair.
I loved it.
Yeah.
The only reason I got rid of that is...
because it was
rusting. It was rusting a little bit. Only a little bit. It was rusting a little bit, but
it never cost you. It never.
I regret getting rid of it though.
Yeah.
Because I replaced that car with the Peugeot RCZ because I'd always wanted one.
So the IS200, do you like it? The new one.
250.
IS250.
Love it.
Love it.
Love it.
What's it like on fuel?
Oh,
and it's an automatic.
Yeah, it's not very good on fuel now.
No.
I get about 28 mile average to the gallon.
Okay.
And I've got to put E5 in it now. Because of the E5 and the E10 thing that's come about, I've got to put the premium fuel in it.
Right.
Which is only 7p more a litre.
Have you checked online to see if you can put E10 in it?
Yeah, I can.
You can. Okay.
And from the research I've done, the only thing that will happen is that certain maybe valve stems or seals will start eroding.
Yeah, my
with the
Alfa,
ethanol.
I think you can only put E5 in it.
We will actually go on to the other car I got as well for my missus.
Go on.
It's a controversial car.
Go on.
Well, what happened is, I'll tell you a little bit of a backstory.
Well, don't make it too long.
No, it won't be too long. I went to a garage. There was a YouTuber I was watching.
Yeah.
And he's called High Peak Autos, and I was watching him, and he looked like a trustworthy kind of guy, and his establishment. So I went there, looked at his cars, and I went with the intent of spending about $3,000 on a car for my missus, because she only goes down the road and back and all this. And I drove a couple of cars, an old Kia Ceed, a Nissan Note, and they didn't float my boat.
Okay.
So, and then in the corner, I saw a Kia Soul.
A Kia Soul.
A Kia Soul. And it was a 2014, low mileage.
So this is what you bought for your missus?
And that's what I ended up getting from Mrs.
Yeah.
But you've purchased a car as well, haven't you?
Yes, I've I've purchased another car. I was going to leave this.
The Dream Machine.
Yeah, the Dream Machine. So, yeah, I've purchased another car as well. So as people know, as you know, I've got my Alfa Romeo V6. We've got the motorbikes.
Yeah.
For our main family car, me and my wife, we have a Kia Sportage. My wife likes that, by the way. But I needed a winter car for me. I don't use my Alfa over winter, as many Alfa owners don't, because, you know, they don't like the salt or the wet. So yeah, I wanted a little winter car. Now, I have always had a major soft spot for Fiat Puntos and Fiat Pandas.
Oh yeah, here we go.
So anyway, I've bought myself a nice, cute little Fiat Panda 1.2, and you know what, Chris? I absolutely love it. Love it. And I'm not the only one, because it was seen that a lot of other Alfa Romeo drivers own Fiat Pandas as their winter cars as well.
Well, it just shows you that you're all messed up in the head then, don't you?
No, okay, granted. The Panda isn't the best looking cars, but it is a grower.
No,
it's a grower.
But the one you've got is clean.
Yeah.
Very clean.
Yeah.
I mean, it says everything. I'm not. Listen, if that's if that's what floats your boat, fair enough.
Yeah. It's the simplicity of it that, you know what I mean?
But the colour you've got as well is
what?
a very light, pale, pastel blue.
Yeah.
And when you brought it home,
Yeah.
your own kids and missus went, "I'm not being seen." Here."
Yeah, my wife said, I'm not going in that. And my own 10-year-old son said,
Oh, but-
Dad, what have you bought that for? What have you bought that for? But yeah, personally, I love it. I think the best way to describe the car is it's just very charming.
Yeah,
It's a charming little thing to drive.
I think if-
They're not the best looking thing, but to drive and to commute in, they're just fantastic. I absolutely adore the little thing. It's fantastic.
I mean,
But-
as long as it's reliable.
yeah, it's done, what, 50,000 miles, a 1.2. It is immaculate. It really, really is immaculate. But yeah, not many people like the look of it. Personally, I do. It's great to drive. I get some stick from the lads at work for it as well. But I love it.
And then you've got a lovely accessory to go with it.
Yeah, I did.
Just to spruce it up a bit.
Yeah, I did.
Make it get an extra
Yeah,
half
I
an
did. I
horsepower.
put some fairy dice over the rearview mirror as well. Just having fun with it. I do. I like it.
That's
I do.
fair enough.
I really, really like it. I wish I'd done it years ago. But if anybody wants to see the Panda, wants me to do a little video on the Panda, let me know in the comments below. More than happy to do that. So yeah, there you go.
Yeah, fair enough.
So that's the cars out of the way. All our new cars, that is.
Yes.
Which brings us on to the next topic.
Yeah. Well, do you want to talk about the emails you received? Because you promised all your listeners
Yeah.
a Q&A session.
Yeah.
And how long ago was that? 6 months ago?
Yeah, a while ago. I'm
A
sorry,
while
guys.
ago.
So yeah, we're going
And
to
well, not all, let's say, but a good few people have sent pictures, emails to you.
Yeah.
And you've responded very nicely
Yeah,
to
yeah,
them.
I've
And then you've still not...
Yeah, but we've just been waiting. But, you know, if people enjoy this episode, we're going to, you know, do this fairly regular?
So your first one is by someone called Lee. And he says, firstly, he wants to congratulate you on a fantastic job you've made of your restoration of your Alfa. I'm currently rerunning through the GTV videos you've made to check out all the standards of work you've been doing. You can be rightly proud of everything you've done on the car, he says. He's just bought his own Phase 2 CF3 V6 Spider.
Okay.
So all the restoration videos are great of interest to him, so he can look at the standards he has to work to. His garage is similar size to you.
Okay.
And he was wondering how he would manage to jack up the car at a height sufficient enough for him to work underneath.
To be able to work on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he assumes that a trolley jack with timber blocks in the central underneath the subframe. He says that's where I think he's on about putting.
Yeah.
Just a bit wary of jacking up the rear alloy subframe. So he's a bit wary about resting the car or jacking the car up on the rear subframe. Once again, many thanks for the videos. Keep up the excellent work and look forward to many more. All the best, Lee.
Okay, Lee, first of all, thanks very much for the email. So yeah, a few people have actually asked this, how I manage in such, a lot of people say a small, tiny garage, but it's a standard sized family home garage.
A standard
pretty much.
English size.
Yeah. I would love a double width garage, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
Oh, God, my dream. But yeah, jacking up underneath the rear subframe, you really don't need to worry, Lee. Yeah, that's what I do. First of all, I put the car in reverse gear, and what I do is jack the rear of the car up underneath the rear subframe to raise the back end, and then I do that enough so I can either put ramps under the rear wheels or put axle stands underneath the proper jacking points. Now, what I do sometimes do to get an extra lift on it is put some blocks of wood on top of the jack, a bit of a cloth on top to protect my subframe, because as you know, it's all powder coated, and I lift it up as high as I can that way. Obviously, needless to say, you just got to be as careful as possible. Once I've done that, if I want to lift the front up as well, I just lift it up a little bit at a time. I start on the rear subframe, and then I go to the front and I lift the front up as well. When it comes to lifting up the front, obviously you can't jack up on the front jacking points because that's where you need to put your axle stands. So what I normally do is I actually jack up on the strongest point on the chassis or subframe support plates. I'll try and insert a video of what I mean. Yeah, I jack up on that to lift the front up, and then once it's in the air, I put the axle stands underneath the jacking points. Now, the axle stands that I use, a lot of people have asked in the past what axle stands I use, and I use some strong arm axle stands. They're actually designed for four-wheel drive cars, so they're actually high lift. They're very, very high off the floor.
They are very high. Yeah.
They are very high. But that said, they are a little bit...
Which, in fairness, if people are doing it the first time, the height you have to jack the car to, it can be a little bit nerve-wracking.
Oh, God, yeah. They're too high.
To jack it that height, I think it can be quite nervy.
They're too high, really, for, a quick general job.
Yeah.
If you're resting the car on them for any period of time, you're doing any kind of restoration work, then yeah, they're fantastic once you get them on there.
Yeah.
Otherwise, sometimes to get it up onto these high axle stands, I have to put some normal axle stands on the earth first and work it up. It can be dangerous in such a small garage, but I've always managed it. It's something I've done for many years, not just on the Alfa, but on my old cars as well. So yeah, I'll try not to go on about that, but yeah, I hope that answers your question.
Yeah.
Okay, so before the next question, Chris, we're going to have another little drink. Now, we are not massive pissheads, by the way. This is just something we do now and again, isn't it? We just have a little blowout and...
Yeah, we don't do it every night.
Yeah. Okay, so yeah, I'm a massive rum drinker. I'm on the Bacardi Spice, that's what I'm on tonight. You're trying it for the first time.
Yeah, I've never had Bacardi. No, I've had that Kraken.
Yeah.
I've had that, and it goes down well.
Yeah.
It goes down well.
So yeah, the Bacardi Spice, a good measure of the stuff. It's a one full can of Pepsi Max.
Let's have a little...
Have a taste of that and then I'll make you one. Drink of that. Too sweet?
No, that'll go down nice, that will.
Yeah?
I'll feel that in about 10 minutes. That'll go down nice.
Okay, let's fire straight into the next email.
No, let's pull me a drink first.
Okay. Yeah. Okay, so should we carry on with the emails?
Yeah, next one is from Hayden Green.
Yeah.
And he says he has really enjoyed your videos and watching the GTV come together. He says he saw one of your videos in which you were looking to expand the channel. And he says he has a 2001 916 Spider 3-litre V6
Yeah.
in red with tan leather. It's 45,000 mile on the clock.
This is beautiful.
And I have upgraded her sufficiently. Please see
Significantly.
photo.
Upgraded it sufficiently. It says upgraded it significantly.
Oh well. That's another
Slow
drink.
down. Yeah, upgraded it significantly. Yeah, go on.
Yeah. And he got a big list of things if you want to go into that.
Yeah,
I'm just going to have a look at his pictures now and have a little gander at what he's done.
Yeah, okay. So Hayden, he's got a Q2 diff, a GTA clutch and single piece lightweight flywheel, Mockle or Mokel oil cooler, is it? A BMC carbon intake, ACD carbon elbow, a strut brace, 330mm Brembo brakes, 17-inch Bowler FLB wheels, I do like those, 5mm IMAX spacers all round, KW coilover kit, Alfa Romeo handling kit, I do want that for my GTV, Powerflex bushes all round, genuine cup front bumper. She is currently put to bed for the winter, however if you would like to review her in the spring then please do ping me an email. She handles like no other 916, she's my 5th one. Thanks for the videos, Hayden.
5th one?
5th one, now that is some dedication. Now Hayden...
Why is it the 5th one? Why is it not still the first one?
Well, I don't know, maybe...
Because it's an Alpha. Do you know what? I'm looking at the pictures here.
Yeah.
And do you know what I like? Do you know what I like? It's
Yeah.
a very, very clean, nice car.
It's mint.
But do you know what I like underneath how he's done all them drop links? He's done everything, hasn't he?
Yeah.
Underneath there, you can see everything's been
Yeah.
done. I like the green.
You like
on
the
the
green?
swinging arm. Yeah, I like it. It's
On
a
the
little bit of...
It's different,
Yeah, it's different, yeah.
individual.
Yeah, it's a nice little brave decision, I think.
Do you know what I like about it?
I like it.
Now, I'll be honest, guys, when it comes to the Spiders, I never really used to like the Spiders. However, do you know what made me fall in love with the Spiders? When I started seeing them with the cup front lip on.
The cup front
yeah.
lip. Oh, that. Right,
Yeah,
okay.
yeah, that really sets the car off.
Yeah, it does make the front end look nice.
Plus, it's red.
I like
with-
red cars.
With that interior, beige interior or cream interior, that is just...
My Lexus is red, but some people
No, yours
say...
isn't red, it's burgundy. Oh, come on.
No, on the form it says red. No, but do you know what I like? Is on the picture
Yeah.
with the swinging arm. He's got purple poly bushes, and you know on the suspension. You
Slow down,
You know,
Chris.
you see the KW on the suspension.
Yeah.
That's purple as well, and
Okay.
it matches the poly bushes. I like that. I reckon he's done that on purpose. No,
Possibly.
can you get different colour poly bushes?
Power Flex are purple. You can get Strong Flex. Which
Well,
is
I like
yellow
the
or
way
red.
it matches anyway.
Yeah, it
because
looks
even
good.
around the K and the W, you've got yellow.
Yeah.
And in the background, his springs are yellow, are they?
Possibly.
Yeah, they are. And that all matches. Little details like that. Love it.
Yeah, I do think that is a lovely, beautiful example.
Do you-
Just my colour scheme as well.
Do you think that's...
That
I
is
mean, it's
mint.
only got low mileage, you said.
Yeah, yeah.
But do you think that hood is original then, if it's low mileage?
I
'Cause
would-
it looks clean, doesn't it?
Very, it's quite possible, yeah. I would say so. But yeah, that is a very, very nice example.
And the wheels are nice as well.
Yeah, I like that a lot. I really do like that. Hayden, it would be a pleasure to come up and see you, or coming down and see you wherever you are based. Please do stay in touch, and I will look into getting you on the channel next year when the weather picks up. Just like mine, I'm guessing your Alpha is now in hibernation for the winter. But yeah, Chris, do you like that?
Yeah, I actually do like that.
Yeah,
I've never been a big fan of convertibles in general,
No?
but that one looks smart. I think it must be that front lip you're on about.
Yeah.
That
I'll be very keen to ask or find out what the Alfa Romeo handling kit is like as well, because that was the next upgrade I wanted to do on mine, the anti-roll bar kit.
All right.
It's an anti-roll bar kit designed by Alfa Romeo. It's not cheap though, I think it's about 500 quid just for anti-roll bars.
Is it?
Yeah. everything to do with the Alfa is just silly. Always has been. But yeah, thank you for the email, Hayden. Okay, so on to the next email, Chris.
Yeah. So this email is from someone from Denmark called Jens Back. I don't know if that's how you pronounce his name.
Jens Back, I think so. Jens, if that is the way you pronounce it, or if it isn't, I do apologise. But yeah, I think it's Jens Back.
Jens.
From Denmark, is it?
Yeah, and he says, congratulations. Hi Rick, congratulations with the fine restoration of your GTV. He has been a GTV owner for the last 16 years, and it still makes him smile every time he drives the car.
16 years.
And he says, I think we have the same passion for this model of car, and thank you for the entertaining and learning videos.
Yeah, Jens, thank you very much for the email. And just looking at your car, yeah, that is another red one, another red 916. I'm not sure what front splitter you've got on that, but I'm sure there are lots of purists out there who do. Yeah, same with the side skirts. Is it a Zender kit?
And obviously the rear end with the quad exhaust, that's got quad exhaust. That's a modification, that.
Yeah, of course, yeah.
I wonder what that sounds like.
I can imagine that exhaust sounds very, very fruity.
I wonder if you've got any clips of that, your car revving it or driving it,
yeah,
and they're online already, or if they're not online, send you a video maybe,
yeah, Jens,
so we can hear it.
Jens, please do send me a video of how your car sounds. I would love to hear it, and I will include it on the next episode of, when we next do this, Chris.
If we ever do it again.
But yeah, another red 916. You can't beat a red Italian car. I think it's just my colour. I love my GTV. I love the colour of it, but sometimes I see a cut model or in red with the... I don't know.
Yeah, I like them. I like all. I've loved Alphas. I've had an Alfa 156, haven't I? Which I bought off you, which you stitched me up with. Right, but I loved it. I loved it. And the famous tale with the damn thing is, I was coming home from work one day. I was sitting at traffic lights. Traffic lights turned green. Put my foot down. Whoosh, whoosh, straight up to the top of the hill. Get to the bridge. Look behind me in my mirror. And up the traffic lights, I could see a plume of smoke or something in the background. Thought, some poor git, he's having a bad day there. And as I came down the other side of the hill, going down, I looked at my temperature gauge and it was like, right on red. And I was like, fuck, it's me.
That was a 2-litre twin spark, wasn't it?
That was a 2-litre twin spark. And when I got it back to the house, it blew a massive hole in the radiator.
Didn't a bird go through it?
No, I don't know what happened to it.
But it's a big hole in your radiator.
There was a big hole in the radiator.
Do you know that car? It was a 2-litre twin spark Alfa Romeo 156. I think it was a 99 plate, wasn't it? It was burgundy with the Momo interior.
And red. Burgundy red. That's not how it is.
It's burgundy. It wasn't red.
No, but it was. I thought that was such a good-looking car.
It was. I love a 156.
It was a really nice-looking car, and it was mint.
Yeah.
It was mint, except for the engine. It was the exterior.
I think it was lowered. I didn't lower it. I think it was lowered a little bit when I bought it, but it handled.
It was brilliant, wasn't it? Yeah. Because it rode the imperfections in the road really nice.
Yeah.
But handle like they say, like a gold car, if you like, whatever.
It was fruity. It was really nice. I loved that car. It wasn't without its problems. I tried to rectify as many problems as I could. It was driving okay when I sold it to you. And
the only problem with it was the emissions were too high.
And
no one could figure out why.
Nobody could figure out why.
But it drove all right, except for the smell of fuel.
Yeah.
Unburnt fuel. But it didn't misfire.
Do you know when I bought that Alfa 156, I bought it from a guy in Leeds, I think it was. And when I drove it, I could sense it had some issues. But I just fell in love with the interior on it. I love the interior on a 156. Two-tone interior again.
It was just...
and it had like a white carbon fibre dash trim in the centre. And when I got it home, I was looking at the instrument cluster on the car, and I looked at it closely and I thought, what's that in the corner of the instrument? And I pulled it off, and you know what the bugger did? He put black insulation tape over the airbag light. I got had. I'm telling you, I got had.
But do you know what? Things like that car, I wish I still had to this day and looked after it.
It wouldn't have lasted.
No, but back then, what was it? What was that? How old are we now? So that was probably like 14 years ago. I didn't have the know-how or the knowledge to work on a car then, in terms of into a good depth.
Yeah.
Where now I feel like you know, you can do anything. You can more or less take your hand to anything, can't you?
Yeah, pretty much.
But back then you couldn't. You just didn't.
I'd love another 156 now.
And because you got to think back then as well. The reason you can do so much these days, if you can take your hand to anything, is because of YouTube. People put videos up.
Yeah, we've got the resources
and
now.
And you can just look how things are done and get a little bit of back. Like, people are watching this and they watch you do your GTV.
Yeah.
And they get, oh, this is good to watch because this gives me... Well, we didn't have that then.
No.
We didn't have that. We had mechanics down the road, some dog-ass mechanic. And you went to see him and he was like, oh, well, it'll cost you so much.
I paid some labour fees back in the day.
That's the problem back in the day.
Yeah.
If you didn't know anyone who knew that type of thing,
you were
cost
stuffed.
Like, yeah.
Okay, so should we carry on to the next email?
Yeah, next one.
I'll read this one, I think.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, okay. So the next email is from a gentleman, I'm assuming it's a gentleman, called Tian. Is that the right? Tiaan. Tian. I apologise if I've got that wrong. So yeah, the next email is from Tian and he is from South Africa. Now, Tian, I do apologise, as you may or may not remember, there was a lot of emails that you sent me. It was all broken. You had trouble sending it to me, so I've struggled to compile them together, so I do apologise. But Tian is from South Africa, and needless to say, I think Tian is an absolute alfisty. He is... he likes his alphas.
Yeah.
So Tian owns a 2020 Giulia Super, a 2005 GT 3.2 and a 1985 Giulietta 2-litre Executive. Tian says that his dream car was to have an Alfa Romeo GT 3.2, and it has to be said that the the GT, Tian put a lot of time, money and effort into it. It looks like you've given it a full engine rebuild. You've gone to town on it. I'll try and insert some photos.
I mean, you've got to insert some photos.
Do you like GTs?
Yeah, I do actually. I really do. The only reason I wouldn't purchase a GT at the moment is because it's a 3-door. A
3-door.
And it just isn't.
With having two kids.
Yeah, that's the only reason.
Yeah.
But the lines of it.
I've never been sure. I mean, apologies, Tian. This is only my personal opinion. I've never been sure on the GT.
Well, why? What's your reason?
I don't know the shape of it. I've never quite got on with it. I've never been sure about it. I think it depends heavily on the spec as well. You see some and they look a bit, and then you see some which are done up nice, like Tian's, and you think, wow. I mean...
So in terms of that engine bay there...
Look at the engine.
Is that what you're aiming for in your GTV? Are you going to be...
Tian, your engine looks absolutely stunning. But yeah, that is pretty much what I'm aiming for with mine. Something along those lines. Dress it up nice. Now, personally, I think I'm going to go with all factory silver, to be honest. But that is what can be achieved. What do you think?
I love it.
It's nice, isn't it?
And is this one of his other cars here, Rick? This one here.
Yeah, the Giulia. He's got a blue Giulia as well. Again, I'll put photos up on screen.
I love them.
Do you like Giulias?
Yeah, I love them.
I worked on one in work the other week, and of all the cars that I've worked on,
it's nice, that one.
I'm not gonna lie. They say that the Giulia is a complete new generation of Alfa Romeo altogether, and you know what? They're not wrong, because to work on that car was an absolute joy. It really was a joy.
So with Alfa Romeo,
yeah,
am I right in saying that so many years back they started employing people from BMW? Who used to work for BMW.
I think there's a lot of truth in that. Yeah. I think there's a lot of German in it.
Reliability and
the Quadrifoglio. Do you like the Quadrifoglio?
Yeah. I like any Alfa, to be fair. And do you know what are these old ones? Did you say these old ones he's got?
No, the Giulia Quadrifoglio. You know, the M3 competitor. Have you seen it?
Oh yeah, I know which one you're on about there. I know it's not there, but I know which one you're on about.
Yeah, it's got the Nürburgring lap record in its class.
Yeah. And didn't they do
They've now done a GTA, a Giulia Quadrifoglio GTA.
Yeah, and isn't it something like 100
or GTA M as well?
Isn't it something like close to £150,000?
It's ridiculous. Yeah, it's a lot of money.
Yeah, it was on TV the other week, wasn't it?
Yeah, a lot of money.
Too much.
Yeah, too much
for an Alfa.
Yeah. And the Giulia, it's basically said to be a Ferrari engine with a couple of cylinders chopped off it.
Yeah.
But yeah, anyway, yeah. His other Alfa Romeos as well, what do you think of those? Stunning, the classics?
Stunning, absolutely stunning.
Yeah.
Stunning.
I bet they drive with a lot of character.
See, at the moment, I'm very much into the older type of car.
Yeah. I think
and even though I love the Giulia and all that, I love him.
Yeah.
I love the look of him, love it. I just got a thing for the old.
Have you?
Yeah.
I think one of those classics has got GT rims on it as well, alloys.
Yeah, I thought
Multi-spoke
they
alloys.
looked a little bit more modern.
Yeah. But either way, yeah, Tian, your Alphas are absolutely beautiful. I salute you, sir. Well done. Very, very well done on that GT.
I love them.
You've
mint. Yeah.
He's gone to town on that engine.
Yeah.
That is, the standard that I am aiming for with mine. I would love mine to look like that. But as you may have realised in my video last week, I have now started a new multi-part series on the full engine bay restoration of my car. So yeah, we'll see how that goes.
I think you'll do a decent job.
Yeah, whether it's going to be as good as that one, I don't know, but we shall see.
Well, it's got to be now.
Yeah.
You've seen that.
But Tian, thank you once again for your email. So straight into the next email. Do you want to do this one?
Yeah. So this is from Glenn in Manchester.
Oh, yeah.
He says, I've been watching your rebuild with great interest. I have the same car but in grey, a 1999 CF2 V6. He's done a full suspension refresh.
Yeah.
And he's had similar issues to you on the rear.
Okay.
So he's interested to see what route you went down in regards to some of the adjustment to the rear. And the comments that was to do with the bushes without a kit on the from the USA.
Yeah.
Also with the dampening setting with your conies for road use, what you went down the road, what did you go with that? And because he's got the very similar ones with eye-backs all round.
Yeah, okay. And
finally, what paint code is yours? As I'm considering a respray, it looks black but with metallic hint.
Yeah.
But yours isn't. I'd say it's blue.
No, he's right.
It's black.
Yeah. It's blue. Come on, Chris. Where have you been?
Looks blue to me.
Yeah, okay, Glenn, thank you very much for your email. Now, first off, the paint code, I have been told 2 or 3 times, and I can't remember it. I do apologise, but mine is indeed exactly the same as yours. It is black, blue.
I swear to God, I swear. That car's
Are you
blue.
drinking that all day, every day?
I swear your car's blue in my eyes.
No,
a very dark navy metallic-y blue.
Sometimes I think it depends on. In some videos, it may look like an ink black, like a bluey ink black. I know what you mean, but no, it's the same as Glenn's.
So on your document, on your V5,
it says black.
It says black.
Yeah.
Okay, fair enough.
But yeah, mine's the same.
Just like on my V5, it says my Lexus is red, not burgundy.
Bloody burgundy.
No, it says red on the V5. So it says red on the V5, and yours says black, even though it looks blue.
Bollocks. Burgundy. Anyway, come on. Let's concentrate the job.
I'm just saying. You can't.
Yeah, Glenn, my paint code is exactly the same as yours. Oh, I'm assuming it's the same as yours. The colour's the same as yours, sorry. It's black, and it is indeed got a bit of fleck in it. But yeah. Now, with regards to the suspension, I did have eye-back springs all around, the same as you, and I have got the Coney adjustables, assuming yours are the adjustables. Now, time has moved on since I had eye-backs. I've since removed my eye-backs because I just found the ride a little bit too hard and crashy. I've actually done a video on this, but it was just very, very smooth on normal flat surfaces, but you take it down a country road or anything with, it was just all over the place. I didn't like it. Personally, I went back to standard springs. I have played around with the adjustable the adjustability of the dampers. At the moment, I'm running full soft on the rear. The reason for that is because I have got poly bushes on the rear, which makes it very, very stiff. Therefore, there's not much give, not much compliance in the rear. So to counteract that, I have put my Coney shockers on the rear on full soft. On the front, I've got 1.5 turns, full turns on the front. So far, I'm very, very happy with it. Now, with regards to the rear, the camber, yes, it is a common issue. If you put lowering springs on your GTV, that will knock the rear camber out. There is no adjustment at all in a GTV. It is common knowledge, unfortunately, there's no adjustment in it. There is said to be, as you've already mentioned, a kit from the USA. It seems to be very, very expensive for what it was. And yes, some people did comment in the comments section of my videos about also moving a part of the suspension over on the long bolt. Personally, I'll try and insert a photo. I did appreciate people coming forward with that kind of information, but I didn't like the look of it. I don't know why. It just looked like it was gonna put a lot of stress on the suspension components. I didn't like it. But since I've removed my eye-back springs and now put standard springs back on it, I'm guessing that the camber is back within tolerance, back within spec. I've yet to take it back to the shop to get it all the geometry rechecked and realigned, but I'm guessing now that it is back within spec. I think with the eye-back lowering springs, it was out by like 5 degrees or something like that. It was way out. And the rear wheels just looked like that. It wasn't ideal. It was only a matter of time before I completely wore the inside of my tyres down. But yeah, now I've gone back to standard springs. That camber is going to be, you know, I'm assuming, back within spec.
Yeah, but when it comes to lowering cars,
yeah,
the GTV I didn't even think needed doing.
No,
I'm sure I said to you in the beginning when you were on about doing it.
It's a firm car.
I said
out of the box.
Just the stance of it though. I think the stance of it.
Yeah, I agree.
It looks nice as it is.
It does.
Like
it does.
most Alphas. What Alpha really do you see and goes, that needs lowering a bit?
No, none.
You don't. And like people say, you lower a car and it ruins the handling. It ruins the.
Yeah.
And if anything, you're altering.
I think
the character of the car.
When you say when I thought I'm gonna lower my GTV, I didn't think of it as in I'm gonna lower it. It was only 30 mil, and I thought 30 mil, it's not much that in the grand scheme of things. And I to be honest, I went with what a lot of other people are doing. And the more you read online, they all seem to be fitting conies and eye-backs, conies and eye-backs, conies and eye-backs. So naturally, I thought that's the way to go. And I'm not saying that it handled bad on the eye-back springs. It was phenomenally good, providing that you're on a flat, smooth surface, i.e. a track, for example. It would be absolutely superb. But for the road, in the real world, it just didn't work for me, and I just don't think it works.
No.
Personally. And just for that little extra bit, it just wasn't worth it.
No, it wasn't worth it. No.
There's just so many drawbacks to it. So yeah, standard springs, full soft on the Coney shocks on the rear, 1.5 full turns on the front. So Glenn, thank you very much for your email. I hope that covers everything for you, apart from the paint code. I'm sorry, I've not got it.
You should have got it by now.
I know, I've been told 2 or 3 times. I've even had a rattle can made up and I just can't remember. Yeah. Can't remember.
Why don't you just put a little clip
took me 10 years.
In the next video you do,
yeah.
other than this one,
yeah.
where it's meant to be,
yeah.
Put it in there. Just throw it in there.
Yeah, okay.
So he knows. Just throw it, because if you've got a rattle can, that means
in
you
fact,
have got
I'll put it on my community page. If you go onto my community page, Glenn, in the next few days, I'll let you know what my paint code is.
Do that then.
Speaking of the community page, I've yet to post an update on the Atomac products that I used. I sprayed it on a plate, a test plate. I was meant to post a photo of that to let you know how it's getting on with the wind and rain. I'll put that on for you guys.
Well, how is it actually going on though?
Hey?
How is it actually going on?
What do you mean?
I know you haven't got the plate with us now, but is it actually withstanding the weather?
Yeah.
Yeah. Because just before you released that video, I was actually considering getting that stuff.
The Atomac.
The Atomac. I was actually considering it before you even did the video. I didn't even tell you I was considering it.
For those of you that don't know, we're talking about a product by Built Hamber called Atomac. It's I did a video on it. Look it up in my playlists on reviews. It's a corrosion resistance product you can spray all over your suspension, and yeah, it's very, very good.
Yeah.
But you bought some, didn't you?
I bought some. Yeah.
How are you finding it? Have you used it yet?
I have used it. Not on the car.
On the Lexus?
I was meant to use it on the Lexus. I used it on the Kia instead.
Is it working on the Lexus? Is it not fell into a pile of rust yet?
No, it's mint.
To be fair, at least you're using...
Do you know what happened though with the Lexus? I was driving home from work the other day, and driving along, cruising, going on to another, got to a junction, and I didn't even see what wagon. There was a few wagons in front of me, and I didn't see what type of wagon it was. But all of a sudden, I got cakes and all this crap, and this stuff just hit my windscreen.
Rain.
No, and I don't know what it was, but I went, what the? And it was like concrete. I don't know what it was, spattered everywhere. So I put my windscreen washer on straight away, and instantly this stuff, whatever it is, was dry, and it was just like sandpaper. My windscreen. It's all over my bonnet. It's all over me. It's all over the car. And I don't know what it is, but someone from work said it could be concrete.
Oh, great.
I don't know, but it dried instantly.
Road salt.
Hit the car, dried instantly, and I swear to God, I had the Brillo pads, but with white, not the green, so it's not as abrasive. On my windscreen, scrubbing it with glass cleaner,
and it stuck on.
And I swear, I couldn't get it all off.
Clay bar.
Well, yeah, but I don't want to do that. I've just detailed my car.
Yeah.
I don't want to have to detail it again. So I'm wondering how I can get the stuff off all my paintwork without having to scratch it and detail it again.
What are you getting angry for, Chris?
Because it's frustrating. So I need to buy. What I need to buy is, I think they call it like an IPA. This stuff is so on the paintwork.
Listen,
I'll tell you what. You want to see it? If I got a picture of it and give it you, you'd be like, "This, that is caked. It's bad. It's bad. It's bad."
Listen.
That's what I'm telling you.
Listen. Trying to have a nice car in winter and trying to keep it clean, it's a mug game. Do you know what you need? A Fiat Panda. That is what you need. An ideal little winter car to get you to work. Perfect. Fiat Panda.
I wish I could drive one of them.
Right, let's move on to the next email. Okay, mate, so on to the next email. And before we do, you've just brought these in.
Yep.
Celebrations. Now, these are part of your Christmas stash, aren't they?
Yes.
Your missus is going to go mad. if do you know what? My missus buys tubs of Quality Street and Celebrations and stuff, and it's for Christmas. Everything's for Christmas. That's for Christmas. That's for Christmas. Do you think we're going to eat and drink an absolute, stash in a week? Yeah. But yeah, if I opened a Christmas stash, my missus would be going mad tomorrow.
No, we're just eating the Christmas stash and the Christmas booze tonight.
I think I'll just hold on to these because I think you've had enough chippy tits.
All right, calm down.
Oh, yeah, anyway.
Who's next anyway? Who's next in the email?
Okay, this is the last email, guys. Once again, I have received quite a few, so I do apologise if I haven't covered yours. I'll try and include it next week. But yeah, this will be the last one for tonight. Please do continue to send your emails in. Okay, so the last email, last but not least, is by Michael Lowy. I think it's Lowy, is that right? It reads, "Hi Rick, a great channel and car you have there. I followed what you have done with the GTV with interest, and I bought an S-Plate V6 in 2019. An original two-owner car, very clean, but on its original suspension." Michael goes on to say that he has now fitted KW1 coilovers, and he's wondering whether or not he should have gone with the Kony shocks and airbag setup. He also asks, did the remap at Alfa Tune do much for the performance or running in general? I have considered a remap, but from what I can see, it's only really Auto Delta in London and Alfa Tune that seem to offer anything for the Phase 2. Looking forward to seeing what you do with the roll bars, if that's still an upgrade you're planning and doing in the future. Alfaholics are near me. But as yet, I've not spent any cash there. They are expensive. Cheers, Michael. So, Michael, once again, thank you very much for your email. Yeah, Alfaholics, they are expensive, but yeah, I do want the anti-roll bar kit. So, yes, as for the remap at Alfa Tune, lots of people have asked this question, actually. This is why I wanted to read this one out. Now, when we talk about remaps, lots of people think that a remap...
more power.
More power, more. But you know, the best cars to remap, it's common knowledge, is diesels, turbo diesels.
Yeah, they're the one you're going to benefit from.
At the very least, turbo-charged petrols.
Yeah.
But for naturally aspirated petrol engines, the gains are minimal.
Minimal, yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, don't expect it to be night and day, because that just isn't the case. In terms of outright power, only being brutally honest, you don't really notice any difference. Now, where the Alpha Tune remap comes in, or really begins to shine, is the drivability of it. Now, if you have got an aftermarket exhaust like I have on my GTV, it is loud, it is very drony, but on cruising motorway speeds, that drone, once you put it into 5th or 6th gear, it just quietens down loads, and he did incorporate that into the map. Exactly how he did that, I don't know. Now, also, low down the rev range, everybody knows the GTV, the V6 is very thirsty, but the way he mapped it more for economy, low in the rev range, so it is better on fuel. Now, when you are on chat, accelerating hard and changing through the gears, it just feels so crisp. It revs nice and freely. The gear changes are exquisite. Yeah, it comes into its own. It just feels so much better. Now, Gus at Alpha Tune, he did also do the remap, taking into consideration that I have decatted the manifolds. I have now got Catalyst CF2 manifolds on my car, so it was remapped, taking that into account. But yeah, if you are thinking about doing it, it is pricey. I think he charges £500.
Yeah, 500. Yeah.
Which, you know, in this day and age, that is a lot of money. Did
you spend 500 quid?
No, I was very unlucky. I had to spend a fortune on my ECU.
Oh, so it was to do with these
over the odds.
So he threw it in, did he?
Yeah, I negotiated that in with the price. I got it thrown in. But yeah, being honest, in terms of outright power, in summary, in terms of outright power, there's little to no difference, but the way it feels, yeah, you're really going to notice. So yeah, I hope that answers your question. So once again, thank you to Michael for that email. Once again, I do apologise if I haven't read out your email, but please do keep them coming in. Show me your rides. It doesn't even have to be an Alfa Romeo. Show me what you've got, and we will try to include it on the next episode. So there you go.
Yeah, happy days.
Okay, so that's the email done. Now on to the next topic of the evening, Chris. Motorbikes. Now you've got this Virago. Yeah. I've got the Honda VTR Firestorm.
Yeah.
I have got quite a few new subscribers on the back of the Firestorm, so welcome to the channel. Now, for the Firestorm, and those of you who are waiting for episodes on that, there is some coming. Not straight away, it will be a little while, but I am going to be doing a full service on my Firestorm. Chris, what about yours? What have you got left to do? When are you going to paint this tank?
The tank is getting painted.
This tank on this rear end has been in primer for months.
If not a year, if not
You're never going to do it.
No. See, what you can't see is behind Rick there is I've invested just this week in a compressor.
In a compressor.
Yes. And someone I work with who obviously we've touched on before has built a motorbike as well. And he has got the spray equipment. So we will be spraying them ourselves because he's got experience in spraying as well.
Mm-hmm.
And
so,
the thing that's been holding me back is the colour choice. And because I can't decide on colour choice...
Not laziness.
No, it's not laziness.
That's what's been holding you back.
I think because of colour choice, I'm going to go with black.
So after months and months of wondering what colour to do, doing it black.
But what I'm going to do is, just to satisfy me curiosity, is I'm going to do it black, but in the pearl, in the lacquer.
Yeah.
I'm going to do a pearlescent colour in the lacquer. So when it's in, so if we were sitting here now, it'd look black, but in the sunlight, I'm going to do a pearlescent red.
Red or burgundy?
Red. Do you know what as well? What?
Yeah, but actual red or burgundy red?
I think. Oh my god! I think the original V5 on this was red as well. I think the original V5 was. I think it was red.
Red or burgundy?
Red. There's no such thing as
this red.
Any red.
So that kind of red.
Any.
So not bright red. You don't want bright red, because bright red wouldn't look proper on there. Wouldn't look right.
No, it's going to be pearlescent red.
But it's not going to be bright red, is it? That's red.
No, it's not going to be bright. It's going to be like. It's going
like
to be
burgundy. Well, you're not doing it bright red, are you? That's red. That is red.
It may be like on the lid there.
That's
maybe like the shadows in the lid.
Black. The black visor.
Yeah. Maybe that.
Right. So anyway.
But I don't know if people have watched the video before this one.
Yeah, we need to do an update on this bike. We're going to do an update video, aren't we? Because
there was certain things we were planning with the rear wheels and things.
Yeah, you've done
where
a lot.
I said it was going to be a certain size, and it ended up becoming that size.
Yeah, you've done a lot. We've done a lot. He's done a lot since the last video. So an update video is coming for anybody who wants to see an update on this bike. But we've been out for a few rides, haven't we, as well?
Yeah, we went on
this summer. We have been out for a few rides. Now it's a bit of a pain having to, ride slow for this granddad on this bike, but but it sounds nice. Now, you're in terms of the sound on this bike, with it being a V-twin, you expected it to sound like a typical V-twin.
Yeah, I was hoping
like a 90-degree V-twin.
Yes, I was
hoping. Like my Firestorm.
Yeah, I was hoping to get with the exhaust system a sound like a 90.
But this isn't a 90-degree V-twin.
No, I think it's 120 degree.
Right.
So you just what I've discovered is you cannot get the sound that you can from a 90 degree.
But
you just can't. It's just
I've been riding behind you with this bike, and it sounds boss. It really.
I don't disagree that
it's not thumpy. It's like it snarls.
I don't dislike the sound of it.
Yeah.
It's just not what I wanted.
Yeah, we'll try and we'll get some footage of this bike as well when the season starts next year. Let you all know what it sounds like. But yeah, we will do an update video on this build because we're well overdue one.
There's been a lot done since.
Yeah.
I think I've put around about 1,200 mile on this.
Yeah.
Since the last video, maybe more. We
have been out on it a bit, and we are planning. We're actually planning on doing a road trip next year, aren't we?
Yes.
We're going to do a bit of a road trip. Me, Chris, my dad. We're going to go for a big 3-day trip. We don't know where yet, or we don't know when. We don't know where. We don't know when.
We don't know when.
There's a song in there somewhere.
But we will be going.
We will.
We will be going.
But yeah, the Firestorm. There will be more videos on that, guys. So please don't worry. Please do stay with me. We're going to be doing a full service, and I do need your help as well when it comes to the cam chain tensioners as well, the dreaded cam chain tensioners.
Which I disagree with.
Well,
I disagree with. The bike's only done 10,000 mile. I say don't do him. Yeah. That's my opinion. You're going to do him anyway.
Yeah, it's got automatic cam chain tensioners, factory fitted. Now, Firestorm owners will tell you to fit manual cam chain tensioners. Now, your argument is the bike is only done 10,000 miles. It shouldn't.
Yes. It's not even bed in, is it?
Well,
technically.
But the bike's 20 years old.
Doesn't matter.
Don't matter.
I don't think it matters, no.
No, okay.
No, doesn't matter. It's not a wear and tear, has it?
No.
But we'll see. You're gonna do it anyway. Yeah. So
I mean, he waffles a lot of shite. I will tell you that. But I hate giving you credit. I hate it. But what do you do for a living?
Not much.
Not much. He's not a dosser. Right. You work at JLR, don't you? Jaguar Land Rover. He's an engineer.
No, I don't like the word engineer because I don't think. I think engineers.
You're an engineer.
A true engineer. I'm not. I believe an engineer is a true engineer.
Right. You work at JLR.
Yeah.
When the machines break, you fix them.
Yeah, but
okay.
And don't get me wrong. People who work on telephone lines
are
called engineers. It's a loose term now, isn't it? An engineer's a loose term, and I don't agree with it. I'm not an engineer. I'm very.
You're a dosser. You're a dosser.
I'm a dosser. Do you know what? I love the dosser word. I love Tyson Fury.
Yeah. And I've actually, lots of people on my channel may or may not know, I've started a new job recently. Now, unfortunately, say recently, 3 to 4 months maybe.
Yeah.
I can't say exactly what I do for a living. Reason for that is because I'm
Top secret.
Yeah, it's not. No, it's not top secret. I would be inundated with inquiries on people asking for things.
Yeah, you would. Yeah.
So I can't say. I mean, it's bad enough. Everybody on my personal Facebook messaging me all the time. I get loads, and I can't do it.
I
can't do it. But yeah, it is working with cars. I am on the tools. We work with everything from Micras to McLarens, from Fiestas to Ferraris. We do everything. Really enjoy the job. I work with some fantastic people. I do plan to stay there, providing that they look after me. But I am, I'm enjoying it.
That's the main thing, isn't it?
Yeah, there are some tough days. Don't get me wrong.
And you get weekends off.
Yeah, it's Monday to Friday, 9 to 5.
So you can have a drink, sit down, and enjoy your weekend.
Yeah. I'm enjoying it, but there have been some days, and you think, do you know what I mean? But I think every job's the same. But I do really enjoy it. I'm just surrounded by cars. I'm working with cars all day long. Some nice cars as well.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm happy with it.
Happy days.
I'm happy with it.
I'm having no chocolate.
So should we wrap it up for today?
Yep.
Yeah. If you have, lasted this long to the end of the video, you've done very, very well. Congratulations.
Well done.
I hope you didn't come across as too tipsy or too drunk. But yeah, as always, thank you very much for watching. Chris, thanks for coming on this video with me. I hope there's going to be many more.
Yes.
But yeah, this is what we do on a regular basis. Just obviously between ourselves, we just chit-chat cars and bikes all night. That's just what we do. That's what we love. So if you want to see this kind of video again, please let me know. If you enjoyed it, then maybe we can do it again sometime. Are you up for it?
I'll be up for it.
Yeah. Please do keep your emails coming in. So once again, guys, thank you for watching, and we should see you next time. Bye bye.